Hi guys, great to have you back again for the final installment of the Tiger Woods golf swing analysis. We've gone all the way through the swing. We talked about takeaway, backswing, downswing, impact, and now we're going to talk about the follow-through. And the follow-through is pretty simple. Really all we're trying to do is maximize our balance and to make sure that we get a good full rotation through, which is mostly going to be a result of the proper things that we've done before. So I really only have two keys for you on this that are going to help you to be more consistent and more powerful. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so as I mentioned in the previous video, as we're going into the follow-through, really everything that happens after we hit the ball, so after we've made contact with the ball, it doesn't really matter. I mean, once the ball is on its way, it doesn't matter what happens in the follow-through, right? And that's mostly true, but a good follow-through is simply going to be the result of doing the proper motions before impact. So this is as much about checkpoints as it is about proper motion. So there's two things I want you to focus on. Now, number one, I want to be nice and balanced. If I draw a line straight up from my left ankle, as I come fully into my follow-through, I want my entire body to be balanced on this line. That's exactly what you'll see with Tiger here. You can draw a line from his left ankle up through his hips, up through the middle of his shoulders, and then through his head, and he's going to be nice and balanced on this line. That's where you should be checking your follow-through. If you're leaning forward, if you're leaning way back, as I see a lot of people doing, that's a result, or that's a kind of a checkpoint or a key that something else in your downswing isn't quite right, and we'll need to look at that in the future. So pay attention to that. Make sure that you're nice and balanced, nice and stacked over this left ankle. Number two, I want to go ahead and get a good full rotation. So we know as we're coming through, we're going to actually be slowing the shoulders down and releasing this club, and now the momentum of the club is going to be pulling me through to my release. I don't want to be pulling the club through. I want the momentum of the club to be pulling me through at this point. And a great checkpoint for this is to see if that right shoulder is facing the target. So if my club, I've released my club properly, I've cracked the whip at impact, the momentum of the club is going to pull me all the way around, and now my right shoulder is going to be facing almost down here toward the target, and I'm going to have this good full finish. And that's the two things that I want you to check to make sure that you're releasing the club properly, to making sure that you're nicely in balance, and you should be able to do this every single time with the proper release. Alright, so as a bonus for you guys that are joining me on YouTube, I'm going to play a preview of a Move 4 common faults. This is basically common faults in the follow-through. We're going to get a little bit more into depth of what causes these faults, and that's going to be absolutely free to you guys. I'm going to play about a 30-second preview. If you want to watch that entire video, click the link that pops up in the bottom. You can sign up for your free membership, and then you'll be able to watch that video, plus about 4 hours of bonus instruction. If you guys have any questions, just anything on the swing, anything pops in your head, you'd like to ask me some questions, post them in the comments. I try to answer as many of those questions as I can. And if you enjoyed this video, if you'd like to see more of this type of series, be sure to click the like button, and I'll try to put out as much of this kind of stuff as I can. I always like making videos that you guys enjoy watching. If you have any advice on videos that you'd like to see, be sure to also place those in the comments, and I'll try to get to as many of those as I can. So good luck to you guys. I appreciate you all. Rotary Swing has the best students in the golf game. I can't wait to work with you much more in the future. I'll see you soon.
The most common fault that I see in golfers completing Move 4 is to not fully transfer their weight to the left hip in the follow-through. And it creates a lot of different problems in the golf swing, but I'm going to give you one simple check so you can see whether or not you're fully shifting your weight. As we learned in the Move 4 video, it's very important to protect your hip and back and knee to get your weight fully over onto that left heel and get that hip into neutral joint alignment so that your hip can pivot